Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Sean McMenomey. We're here at the SOAR course in beautiful Seattle, Washington. We're going to talk a little bit with Alex. Alex, why don't you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Alex Huber. I'm working in Zurich. I'm the chair and professor of the ENT there, and I'm lucky enough to be here with you today.
We're so happy you're here. You definitely get the award for the most miles traveled to be here.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about your practice and how you got to be where you are now.
So, actually, early in my career, I've had the chance to be in Stanford with Dick Good, doing some middle mechanics as a visiting fellow or research fellow. And that inspired me all my life. And I like what I do in terms of middle ear mechanics. Middle ear surgery has a lot to do with middle ear mechanics. And with time, that turns into a whole lab that we have now in Zurich, and that still goes on, and hopefully will go on in the future.
So you showed a lot of great science at this meeting, and I think everybody really enjoyed it. I certainly learned a lot. Where do you think your science that you're doing today is going to take us in the future, let's say regarding middle ear implants?
Oh, I think that the science we know now is really important. So I think it all started 20 years ago when the laser Doppler vibrometry has been brought into the field, and I think a lot of the science that we know now is used in the implants that are now available for the patients, and I think that improves the outcomes, the hearing results for the patients, and finally, patients are more happy, I think, with those implants.
And that research has led to different materials that we use?
For example, yes, I think these days we use a lot of titanium. We use also the smart materials, the alloys, that can do much more than we did before. The nitinol, for example, which has a possibility to crimp with heat or have the super elasticity, and with that material, I think we achieve much more than we could before.
This area, I think, is really needing some science like you're doing to add to the field. I think it'd be interesting to tell the audience what you think some of the barriers are to middle ear reconstructive surgery and how we're going to overcome those barriers down the road, 5-10 years.
So I think stay-piece surgery is a nice example for that, because stay-piece surgery is very standardized. And for example, in stay-piece surgery, in my view, the most important and also most difficult part is to crimp the prosthesis onto the incus and have, on one hand, a good connection, and on the other hand, a safe connection to the incus so that you don't have an erosion of the lenticular process. And with the new science and the ideas, we have been able to produce new prostheses that overcome some of the limits that we had before. So I think that the surgery is more standardized, has become quicker and safer, and has better results. And I think that will continue in the future. So there's a lot of new ideas, and I'm sure we will see much of that in the future.
You've been doing this for a long time, obviously. What's the operation that still brings a smile to your face every day when you do it?
Stay-piece surgery is
That's
great.
your baby, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But I think now, if we talk of other fields, I think there is a lot of improvement or a lot of innovation also in the cochlear implants. I think in 20 years from now, we will have much more patients that will benefit from cochlear implants. I think there is a lot of interesting science going on as well there, all the electrophysiology. It's very nice that these days we can preserve hearing, and I think we will be able, maybe in 20 years, or not even 20 years, to help patients much more that have residual hearing, much more residual hearing than now.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure that that this will be a great help to them. And then the third field that I think will improve is the skull-base surgery with the acoustic neuromas, and also there with the electrophysiology. I think we get into possibilities that we have not been before. Mapping, for example, mapping cochlear nerve.
Mapping the nerves.
Yes.
To allow us to better preserve
Right,
function.
absolutely.
So you came a long way. Give us your thoughts on the SOAR course at this beautiful Seattle Science Foundation.
It's a great course, and I think, of course, it's the people that drive the course which makes it, and but also the facility is really nice, and also the possibility that industry and science and people that come to the course can interact in a natural way. I think that's a nice thing about it.
I think the participants have learned a ton, and I think
Absolutely.
you are the same way. We always take away something, a tip from one of us,
Oh
a
yeah,
pearl from somebody.
absolutely. That's why I like to come to courses,
Take it home.
not only to teach, but also to get something out of it.
Actually, yeah, it goes both ways, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Every course,
Yeah.
you and I can take something home and incorporate it into our practices.
Couldn't agree more. Yeah.
What do you love doing outside of medicine?
Oh, there's not much time left.
You're so busy.
No. I have a family, and I spend a lot of time with my family. I have two kids, 9 and 13 years old. So.
They keep you busy.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks so much for taking time away from your family and coming to Seattle to see us and teach this great course. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.